Hi, Jim here. It's story time. A few years ago, my wife and I went to Hawaii. It had been raining the whole week we were there, and then on the last day, it stopped raining. And we rejoiced and we jumped at this opportunity to go snorkeling with the sea turtles. It's something we had wanted to do the whole trip. So we rented some gear from a shop, and the guy at the shop asked us, "Well, are you strong swimmers?" Because it had been storming all week. And I confidently said yes. Little did I know. Well, at first, it was an incredible adventure. But after about 15 minutes of swimming, the waves started crashing over us and they filled our snorkels with salt water. We had to cough it out. We decided we better head back. This isn't safe. So we turned around, and after swimming for what felt like forever, probably another 15 minutes, I looked down at the seafloor and realized something kind of terrifying. The view had not changed at all. I didn't go anywhere. We were swimming against the current. And by that point, we were exhausted. We were scared. I was honestly starting to panic a little bit. If we stopped fighting the current, we could see that we would be pushed up against these rocky cliffs. But my wife turned to me and said, "We can do this. God is love. We got this." And that was the moment that everything shifted. We decided to go with the current. We adapted. And as we got closer to those rocky cliffs, something happened. We saw a little slender opening of sandy beach. So we aimed for that, and a final little wave dropped us onto the shore. We scraped up our legs a little bit on the rocks, but we had made it. We were so grateful. Have you ever felt like you're totally overwhelmed, like you're drowning, but in a sea of information? That there are just too many responsibilities, or you feel stuck with all these choices and all this info? Here's the lesson that I learned that day. The key isn't to fight harder, it's to adapt, to trust, and to utilize what's been given to us, to stop pushing and working so hard, but to work smarter and allow ourselves to be pulled into a better future. You know, we're all on an ocean of information nowadays, and AI just seems to be adding to it. It's a powerful tool, but for me, it can feel like it's just part of the problem. It's just more information to overwhelm us. But when you know how to use it, AI becomes the solution that helps you adapt, simplify, and focus on what really matters. In this video course, I'm going to show you how to use AI to make huge positive changes in your life, to clarify your vision and purpose, to overcome decision fatigue, and to build better habits, habits that leave you feeling totally empowered. In this first video, I'll show you how to build habits that move you forward step by step, leaving overwhelm behind. So let's build better habits with AI. You know, habits are the building blocks of change. They make life easier because you don't have to rely on willpower or motivation. It's like automating your daily life. James Clear, in his awesome book, Atomic Habits, outlines 4 simple steps to building better habits. Number 1, make it obvious. Set a clear cue or trigger. Number 2, make it attractive. You want to crave the habit. Number 3, make it easy. Remove any unnecessary friction. And number 4, make it so satisfying. Celebrate the reward so you want to do it again and again. AI can help with all 4 of these elements of a habit. Let me show you how. Let's say that you want to build a habit of practicing gratitude. Such a small but powerful way to shift your mindset and reduce stress. Well, in this class, I'm going to go through all the AI tools that I've experimented with. But for today's exercise, you could use a tool like ChatGPT or you could use another language model. Today, I'll be using Notion AI. It's a similar but powerful text-generating AI embedded in this fantastic notes software. So here's how I would create an empowering habit that sticks. Number 1, I would make it obvious. So I'd ask Notion AI, what's a good trigger to remind me to practice gratitude every day? And then I would ask, well, first it might respond saying, Well, tie it to your morning cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, but or maybe the moment you open your laptop. Number two, let's make that habit attractive, the craving. So next, we would ask the AI, what are some benefits of gratitude that will really help me stay motivated? The AI might say gratitude lowers your stress, improves sleep, and makes you happier. That's motivating. Number three, let's make that habit easy. So we ask the AI, how can I practice gratitude in just under 2 minutes? The AI might respond, well, write down just three things that you're grateful for, then visualize one of them for just say 10 seconds. And remember, number four, we want to make it satisfying. So finally, ask the AI, what's a good way to celebrate my new habit? And Notion AI or ChatGPT, your tool of choice, might respond with, give yourself a high five or do a little dance. Woohoo! With just a few prompts, you've created a habit system that's simple, motivating, easy to stick to. So let's take a look. Let's try it out and demo some things in Notion AI. Okay, so here we are in Notion AI. And this is a page that I made after I asked Notion AI, how can I make a gratitude habit using this atomic habit style? And it came up with all these great responses. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause the video and you can. But right now, I just want to demonstrate to you this AI embedded in this fantastic notes program. So I click on this cute little icon of a face in the lower right corner. And right here, I'm just going to put in a prompt. It's asking me what I might want to do, giving me some suggestions. Maybe I want to summarize. But I've previously written this prompt. Be James Clear and use all his knowledge, especially his 4 steps for building better habits: obvious cue, attractive craving, easy response, and satisfying reward. Knowing all you know about me from my Notion pages, help me create 5 new habits to help me live even more healthily as a vibrant, healthy, alive, ever-evolving energy creator. And one of the habits might be incanting every day, I am an ever-evolving energy creator. So I'm doing a few things there that I just want to quickly point out to you. One is I'm telling it who to be James Clear. And I'm saying use all of his knowledge. That helps you focus whatever AI you're working with. And I then say, knowing all you know about me, that says refer to a knowledge base. If you have stuff previously written in any form, many AI tools will allow you to refer to it or input it as a knowledge base. And then I'm saying, help me create 5 new habits because I want some choices. I know that some of them aren't going to hit, some aren't going to land as well. So give me some choices so I can work with that and then maybe develop 1 or 2 of them further if necessary. So let's just see what Notion AI says. And this is, I have no idea. Drum roll. All right. So it's saying daily energy incantation. It talks about the cue, craving, response, reward for each one. And it has 5 of them ending with hydration habit. And then it has some stuff about an implementation strategy. So I'm curious. I'm curious about all of this great information. And I'll also start at the top with the energy incantation. We suggested that one, so it's going with that. And it's saying, 1, make it attractive. Associate the incantation with feeling energized and empowered. Yeah, that would make it more attractive. Oh, I forgot Q. Make it obvious. Place a written affirmation card on your nightstand or bathroom mirror. Fantastic. Visual that will remind me to do it. And we have the craving and then the response. Make it easy. Recite the incantation 3 times each morning. That would be super simple. You know, Tony says to do an incantation, Tony Robbins, for 20 minutes to really get it in. That's fantastic. And if you only have 2 minutes in the morning, do that. James Clear talks about making 1% changes, incremental changes to develop, to rewire. And the last thing that they say here is the reward. Make it satisfying. Take a moment to visualize your day filled with vibrant energy and positive outcomes. Right there, I'm just starting to feel, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. So number 2, morning sun exposure. Fantastic. They have obvious set outdoor clothes, the craving, link morning sunlight to improve mood. Make it easy. Just go outside for 5 to 10 minutes. I love that. Just before recording this video, the sun was coming up so beautifully here in Monterey, and I was just really celebrating the golden light on the trees. So I like this one. Number 3, midday movement break. Absolutely. I'll go more in depth in the 4 parts of that later to save your time. Energy, the fourth one, evening gratitude journaling. Absolutely. Keep a journal by your side. Connect it with improved sleep. Write down 3 things I'm grateful for and reflect on my growing list of gratitudes and my feeling of abundance. That again, I'm feeling that in my whole system. And the hydration habit. Put a large water bottle. I bring my water bottle with me everywhere I go. And so obvious cue. And I link hydration with increased energy, clearer skin, and better cognitive function. Fantastic. And then the response, drink the water, those time markers throughout the day. The reward, use a habit tracking app to log your daily water intake. Well, that's one reward. That sounds like a little work for me. So I might just do a reward like going, woo! So the implementation strategy, a little bonus they give us here is they say that it's important to start small and build consistently and begin with 1 or 2 habits. Focus on becoming 1% better, and these small improvements will compound. Follow the 4 laws, and it recaps those. And I want to give you a little bonus on those 4 laws. 1, if you're thinking about the obvious cue, when you're using AI, ask for some specific options and maybe give me many options. 2, if you want to make it attractive craving, use a tool like Midjourney or Ideogram, an image generating tool to give you a visual that you can really see the attraction. And I'll actually demonstrate that right now. Right after we go through number 3, the super powerful tip, to make it an easy, simple response that you can do, just that 1%, ask AI to give you alternatives, options. Like I did, give me 5 habits. You want to say, maybe give me 2 variations. One I can do in 1 minute, one I can do in 5 minutes. And then number 4, ask AI to gamify. Ask AI to show me a fun way. You can really play with AI and consider it a humorous, fun friend. You can even say, be somebody that you really love that you find is hilarious. Think of a comedian or an actor that really makes you giggle and tell it to be that and come up with rewards. How would Steve Martin do this? How would the comedian of your choice do this? All right, so that's such a fantastic answer. I'm just going to save the page. I could copy it. I actually like this one a lot, and I'm going to refer to it. So now it's saved in my Notions, and I have it to refer to. That's a nice benefit. When you're using ChatGPT, for example, you have to copy it and paste it into something else. I say you have to, but I recommend it. You can go back to ChatGPT's list, but it's kind of hard to navigate. So save it into something that you refer to often. So we talked about in that number 2 step, attractive craving, making an image. So let's look at a few examples. Here's ChatGPT, where I asked it to make an image, and you can see that it's actually pretty good. And this is rare, honestly, that it gets all the words right and it's all spelled right. I am an energy evolving energy creator. So I downloaded this. I liked it. Pretty darn good. And all I did was I say, create a photo, and I said photorealistic. So that's the one thing about ChatGPT's DALL-E is it's usually a little painterly. So let's go to something that's even more photorealistic, Midjourney. I love the photorealistic image here. It's very vibrant, but you can see that the text is all mangled up. It's missing some letters. It's close. And all the other examples did the same thing. Here, you can't even see the text. It's in the lower left corner, and it's not very good. It's mangled up. And this one just looks weird, and it's also mangled up. They seem to miss the V in evolving. And this one, the text is even tinier. And I'll bet if I got a magnifying glass out, it would be all mangled up as well. So it didn't quite work. So I went to Ideogram, and it did a better job here of a photorealistic image, like he has like magic in his hands. But I did ask it to say, I am an ever evolving energy creator. But it didn't really say that. So let's go to the next example here. That's just weird, in my opinion. It just looks a little too like a doll. But it did get the words on there. How about this one? There's some interesting symbolism going on there, but it did not say the words. And then this last one kind of just makes me giggle. It almost looks like he's from Avatar. That's what it was making me think of. And it says, I'm an ever evolving energy creator. Okay, pretty cool. However, I want to go a little bit deeper. Ideogram has a new beta feature called Canvas. And it's only at an upper level, so you might have to increase your subscription if you do use Ideogram. And right now, it doesn't work on a smaller screen, so I'm going to stretch my screen a little bit until we get to this point where now I'm in Canvas. And I'm going to now create something that works a little bit more for me. And this will be an interesting experiment here. I'm going to use an old picture of myself just for the fun of it. And I'm going to upload that picture by clicking this button. And right now I'm searching through my old photos, and I happen to have some that are super old. And just for playfulness, let's go with this crazy photo of when I got my high school diploma. And it's uploaded. It doesn't really look that great. I'm going to zoom out so you can see the whole photo. And this is the thing, though, that's really cool about this Canvas part ideogram. I can come in here and I can decide that I want to just select one part of it. So let's say that I just want this hilarious version of myself at this age, and I'm going to select everything else around it, although I really love the picture of my mom and dad doing some celebration. But in this case, for this demonstration, I just want to show you how I can paint around. Oops, I almost went into my head there. I can paint around the part that I want to keep and get rid of all this other stuff. And this is a selection tool. So now when I go to the next step, it's masking out that area. So I'm just saying, hey, keep everything else. Now I'm going to paste in that same thing. This was my prompt for it. And I'm going to say, photo realistic background of me as vibrant, healthy, alive. And I'm clicking magic fill and it's working on it with trying to keep this area. Now that was a really quick selection. You can see I didn't go around my spiky hair very carefully, but let's just see what it does. Drum roll, 40% complete. We're almost there. This is going to be funny. I can tell right now because I can see. Oh no, it didn't really work. I thought that below part was okay. Actually, it came back to something. Sometimes it does put like a head on top of the head, and it almost did that. And then it said, no, wait, let's do something else. My hands are a little weird, so I can go back one step. I'm going to redo the selection that I did, and I'm going to go to next, and I'm just going to try one more time because that was close. But this is what you have to do when you're working with AI. We try different things to see what really works. So are we having fun yet? We're learning how to create habits. And in this case, we're learning how to make that habit super attractive by having some visuals. Whenever I see this, I feel like it's going to give me an Arnold Schwarzenegger body. I can kind of see the body showing up there. So maybe that's what I should do next time. And okay, we almost got it. Almost ever evolving energy creator. And then on the other side, it says, I'm an ever evolving energy creator. So I should go back to the magic fill. And this time I'm going to say, give me as a vibrant, big, super strong bodybuilder body, right? Mr. Incredible. And a movie looks The Incredible. Now, I don't have any idea what it's going to do there. I'll keep the rest of it too and let's see what it does this time. We're playing, and this is the name of the game with AI. You get to play. What's more fun than that? You get to be a kid, just, letting your hair down and dancing like no one's looking, singing like no one's hearing you. You get to just play around. So let's see what it does here. And See if I got an image that I can put up on my wall. It's perfect. That is exactly what I want. It will make me laugh and it will remind me of just what I'm going for in this area to be Mr. Incredible. Thanks for joining me as we did this. So let's wrap up. As you've seen, AI helps you cut through overwhelm and makes change feel effortless and even fun. Instead of fighting against the current of information, you're letting the power of AI carry you towards the habits and routines that help you feel like you're alive and thriving. With a tool like Notion AI or ChatGPT, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. You can playfully adapt, simplify, and stay focused without ever feeling like you're drowning. In the next video, we're going to take this even deeper. I'll show you how to use AI to uncover your big why. Have you ever wanted to know that deeper motivation that will keep you moving forward no matter what? You're going to love this. AI can help you find your purpose in ways that you've never imagined. And I'm going to give you a little homework, so stay tuned. But first, I have a quick question for you. What's one habit that you'd love to create, or one area where you'd like to create some new habits? Drop it in the comments below. Now, here's the homework. I want you to simply capture memories that come to your mind, come to thought. Think about the stories of your life that have meant something to you and simply jot them down. Anything that has been a significant memory you want to keep on some notebook, or I like to keep a little spreadsheet. Everybody says in seminars and events to write everything down right there in the moment. I find that that doesn't really work for me. Keep a running journal, and as you're going about a walk or you're taking a shower or getting ready in the morning and you remember something that really was significant to you, you could either just make a quick reference to it or ideally jot it down as much detail as possible. But keep a record of your top most significant memories and events. And I keep a record of everything. If the thought occurs to me, I remember what it was like chewing gum in middle school. I just have this memory. I'll jot that down. And then I'll decide later whether that was important. I'll say, all right, okay, maybe that wasn't the most significant one. And then I'll remember another time where I saved up to get my first bicycle and my grandpa chipped in and paid half of it. And that made me feel so proud when I got the money to get my first 10-speed bicycle so I could go riding up into the mountains around Santa Cruz and San Jose, California. That was so significant. So I would make a note of that. All right, so do that and then drop that comment below with a habit or an area where you'd like to create a habit. And keep an eye on your inbox for the next video. It's going to blow your mind. Stay tuned. See you next time.